Welcome, Jeremy B. How's it going? No, I wasn't back locked up. I promise. That could happen as early as May, but not again. Not right now. So we brought in another wide receiver. It looks for a visit. How you doing, Motown Met? Good to see you. Glad to be here. Just proof that my ears are not level on my damn head. Oh, look at this. We got a visitor.
I just wanted to say thank you to Moonscar and Brent for voting for me.
Yep.
Thank you, guys.
Oh,
I'm
you're
trying to
good.
get into the championship next week.
That's awesome. So how's life treating you?
Huh?
How's life treating you?
Okay. It's cold here today.
Yeah, it's warmer here today.
It's like 40 and windy and no sun. There's a rabbit camping out by my peach tree. Or leaving me deuces. Could be one or the other.
Anything good in Minnesota land?
Huh?
Anything good in Minnesota land?
I don't know why our fans are so worried about like why we haven't signed a quarterback too. Like, dude, the season don't start tomorrow. We still got plenty of time. Players are gonna get cut. I'm not worried. I think people are way overreacting to like us not getting signing a quarterback too right now. Because people wanted Flacco and then he got signed. They wanted Drew Lock, but now he's back with Seattle. And who knows? We might end up drafting a quarterback like in the fifth or sixth
All
round to
right.
develop.
Okay. Ooh, yeah, that might not be good either.
What do you think about Purdy in Pittsburgh?
What do I think about Purdy in Pittsburgh? It could happen next year. I think there's a reason why they haven't signed him. They can't afford him.
Do you think if Shador is like there at like 13, 14, 15, they're going to move up to get him?
Who knows?
Or do you think the Saints are going to take Shador because now their quarterback might be out for the year?
Oh wow.
Good afternoon, Brent. Thanks for voting.
So the link is in there. So if anybody wants to hop in, they can. Same thing on Detroit on extending Hutch and exercising the 5th year option. We have 16 more days. Absolutely. And everybody freaks out about it. And I said this is what was going to happen. They were going to try to do something before they accept the 5th year option. If not, they'll accept the 5th year option and have until the season starts.
Oh, like, I don't know. Some fans just love to panic. Like, the season's not starting tomorrow, guys.
Bill D says, because there's no way in hell that Mason Rudolph is a starter.
Well, didn't he take them to the playoffs though?
He did one year. Yes.
Yeah.
The year that was his rookie season when Ben got hurt just before he retired. The next year Ben retired. Remember that?
I don't know. I think Rodgers is retired. He's just not telling anyone. Or for all we know, he's probably in a cave somewhere getting high. That's likely too. Are you guys excited about being in uh playing the Knicks?
That was probably our best matchup to be able to win.
Why do you say that?
Well, because we played them 4 times, we beat them 3 times. All 3 times when Cade Cunningham was in the lineup, Jalen Brunson only averaged 6.3 points. The one game when Cade was out hurt, he had 31.5 points, and they won the game.
Brunson's back and healthy now, right?
Yeah, but Cade has shut Brunson down.
No, I'm just asking. Like,
Yeah, he's back and healthy, but he hasn't done shit versus Cade because Cade's 3 inches taller than him and stuffs everything he tries to put up.
I think the play-in is kind of stupid
It is.
because like the teams that are in the play-ins, the
Yeah,
two
the
bottom
seventh and eighth.
teams. No, not the 7, 8, the 9 and 10. They have like they
Yeah.
don't even have 40 wins, and
You know what the
they
funny
get
thing
to.
is when they first did it, Miami made it all the way.
Yeah, Miami's in the play-in again this year.
They're the first team to be in it like what 3 times since it
We're pl-
started 6 years ago. Isn't that
we're
when it
playing
started?
the Lakers for our first round.
Oh, good luck. That's right. You're a Bucks fan, right?
Huh?
I got you. I know. It's the Timberwolves. Just messing with you.
Now everyone's writing us off, which is fine.
That all of the East Coast is writing off Detroit, not even looking at the stats from when they played. No,
I mean, I am kind of worried because we're playing the biggest flop team who has the most free throws. So,
well, Pat, I didn't get to see the combine. I haven't even looked at RAS scores yet. I've been trying to get stuff together. I'm going to be doing my Mockapalooza shit next week. I'll get it all up there. I'll do defensive ends, guards. I'm going to do wide receivers and probably linebackers. I think those are the biggest needs on Detroit's roster right
so we have this week, and then the next week is the draft, right?
now. Yep.
Good God, thank God. I am so tired of mock drafts.
I'd say it's either Motown Mitch asked me. He said, "Hey JB, what would I say Lions' biggest needs are right now? It's defensive end and offensive guard because we got Christian Mahogany, but Glasgow's getting so old that he might crack a toenail and be out for a season.
How old is he?
He was 33 when we signed him back the last time, and we re-signed him again.
Isn't
Zietler's gone. He went to Tennessee. He went from a team that is a playoff contender to those guys. Kind
who's
of
your
funny, ain't
center?
it? Our center's Frank Ragnow. He's still doing good, and he says he's going to play out his contract.
No, I'm just like, isn't he
No,
getting old? Isn't he getting up there too?
he'll be 29 this year.
Mm.
That's not bad. Pistons might lose the series, but they're going to give the Knicks something they can handle, right? Single biggest need is defensive end opposite Hutch. Oh, Kyle wants to come on.
Who?
Kyle DeBosch.
That's the Packer fan, right?
Yeah. Let me get it going here. Back this here. I just love having to play with technology first thing in the morning. Been a great day. I don't know why it wasn't scrolling, but my chat thing wasn't scrolling up, so it was acting all sorts of wonky. There he is, Mr. DeBosch.
What's going on?
Howdy.
What's up, Sarah?
How are you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm okay.
Good.
In all actuality, we addressed our depth at CB way better than last year because we didn't go for injury-prone guys. You know, CD3 had injuries throughout his career. Ennis Rakestraw was coming off of an injury coming off of college. By getting Avante Maddox, we got Rock Ya-Sin that can play safety and corner. And then we added DJ Reed to replace Carlton Davis III. I think and Mosley's not here. We don't have the Band-Aid or the rocking profile that is Emmanuel Mosley anymore. Do you
How
agree
many
with that?
snaps did he play for you guys? Like 2?
Yeah, he played 2 snaps.
Impressive.
Neil Green, Reed's a dog. Yes, he is. So, Kyle, who do you want to see the Packers draft?
Man, I guess it depends what they do with Jair and if they sign this linebacker today.
What linebacker?
They're bringing in a guy from the Giants today to bring him in to see if he's gonna sign or whatever.
So,
What's his name? Let me see.
boo, Packers are on the clock.
Do you guys honestly think Jair's going to get moved?
Who?
Jair. I think he's going to get
Alexander?
traded.
What'd you say?
I said, do you guys believe that Jair's going to get traded?
I believe he should be traded.
I believe so too.
I think so too.
Don't tell Packer fans that, man. They'll go nuts.
I think you guys are drafting a corner or an offensive line in the first round. You're not taking a wide receiver.
You know, lateral moves, when you go 15-2 and you make lateral moves, you usually don't fall off too much. Because we've all seen teams do that that's been at the top, where you make lateral moves for people who left. Have we not seen that in the past? And then the team still be good the next year? I'm not saying they'll be as good, but still be good. Haven't we seen this like lots of times in the NFL?
All right.
Well, when the
You there?
Eagles lost both their
Yeah, I'm here.
Isaiah
when the
Simmons
Eagles lost
is
both
in
their
today.
Oh, Isaiah Simmons? Yeah, he hasn't
Yeah,
gotten good.
oh yeah, he was a former like number 9
Giant.
pick or something.
He was, I think he got picked in the top 15 that year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
we're
was
He
picked
kept
by the
falling,
Cardinals.
remember? Yeah, but he fell to 15 because he was a positionless player.
I thought he was a top 10 pick.
yeah. They brought him in for a visit today.
But Isaiah Simmons, I know he fell. He fell a lot further than everybody thought he would. Wasn't he in the same class as Trevor Lawrence and all them guys?
I believe so.
Let me look it up.
Oh, Joseph, that ain't what I'm saying. I'm not going to say we're going to go 15-2 again. I understand everybody in the division got better, but yeah, wasn't he the linebacker safety that the Cardinals drafted? Yes, wasn't that 2021?
Yeah.
Grace.
Well, back to your question, JB. I wouldn't mind if they went and got a receiver either.
Right.
Receiver, edge, corner.
Good to see you. We got Kyle DeVos, the Packer fan, and we got Sarah, the Vi Queen fan, and she is the Vi Queen.
Isaiah Simmons was the 8th overall pick.
Was he 8? I didn't
Yep.
think he got picked that early. Was that 2020 or 2021?
I'd say 21.
I think it's 2020. If I remember right, he was picked the same year as Jeff Okuda.
20 draft.
2020.
Because it had been 2021. The 8th pick was it Caleb Farley, the other one that went to the Broncos. There was Caleb Farley and then Patrick Surtain that went back to
Yeah,
back in the top 10.
Who knows? Maybe your GM will surprise you guys by drafting a wide receiver in the first round since you're hosting.
I might fall over, Sarah.
Yeah, I know. Just trying to give you some cope.
Yeah, I might tip right over. You might see me on national TV just fall right over.
I'm gonna be like, hey, there's Kyle.
Yep, and I'm laying down in the crowd.
Wouldn't it be like Roger Goodell announces all the first round draft picks, huh?
I believe all of them.
No, but don't they have fans announcing like some picks?
Yeah, they'll have, like, I think Driver's gonna be there to announce picks. Our
It'd be
picks.
funny if a fan announces a receiver for you guys. That's not.
Oh man, that place would go crazy.
He'd probably be banned from Green Bay forever.
My God, I don't know what I would do, man. It's been so long.
It's okay. We drafted first round wide receiver bust too, and yet we still draft them in the first round.
Right.
Yeah.
Jeremy, do you remember who the last Packer was to be a first round draft pick?
His
No.
name starts with a J, I think.
Javon Walker.
Yeah, that.
That's been a minute.
That was like what, 2002?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yep.
Walker was good, man, but
Second round is I'm trying to read what it just came up. Come on, Gus. Second round is fans and players. Thank you, Dan. I think he's our one of our Bear fan, Dan, or whatever he is. Yeah. Right?
Dan, come on the show.
I don't know, because last year we had a family announce our first round pick, JJ McCarthy.
I like the secondary room a lot better. The only thing that I thought was a loss because Rock Yasin is not Iffy Melifonwu. I think that's a loss.
Well, and I think a lot of these guys are camp bodies and whatnot.
No, I'm not. Motel Mitch, I don't think it's our biggest need. I do not think a cornerback is our biggest need.
You don't like Rocky Sin?
He's solid, but he's slower than everybody we got on the roster. He'll be depth.
I thought he would have a better career than what he's going right now.
Exactly. He you know what he is? Who's that safety that we keep bringing back? Just not Iffy. I'm talking about out of the other players. We just keep bringing him back, and he's either a special team player or injured.
No idea who you're talking about.
What are we, 11 days away? Something like that.
Yeah, because there's this week, and then it starts like next Thursday, right?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be so mad if I wait all night only to say the Giants are on the clock and be like, what the F?
You traded away. Oh man, Green Bay will have a seizure if they trade theirs away.
Well, because like all our teams are in that sweet spot for teams to move back up to get a quarterback.
Yeah.
I seriously think like maybe 4 quarterbacks are gonna go in the first round, but like the 3 of them are gonna be going towards the end of the first round.
Okay, there we go. Bill T says Sarah Vikings need more offensive guys because if they stay put, JJ McCarthy will struggle in the pocket and won't be able to throw at the possibility to get hurt again. He's so small he will get ran over. I don't think he's a smaller quarterback, but he's thick. I
I'm not too worried about him. I think he'll be fine.
think he'll be fine by week 8.
Huh?
Myself. I think he'll be fine by like week 8. The same thing I said when you asked me about his rookie year, and he didn't get to play. Well, now it'll be that one.
Yeah, I could see that.
Because we made the interior O line bigger. But I really have no idea who we're drafting as our first pick.
Because Motown Mitch last year, CD3, even though his QBR was good, look at what was bad. He was Trayvon Diggs without the interception. He only had like what 2, maybe 3 turnovers the entire year, and gave up 1,285 yards. That's horrible.
He got paid though.
Who got paid?
Carlton Davis.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
Patriots overpaid him like a big one. Big dog. Gave him 20-year year. That's why he ain't here. We ain't
How
doing
old
that.
is he?
28,
Oh,
27,
okay.
something like that.
I didn't think he was going to get that much. I was like kind of shocked. But the corner market went up like significantly this year too, so it makes sense.
Ooh, Bill T says, Kyle, do you think the Packers will ever make it out of a wild card round in playoffs? Because they've been struggling with that. No, that's 2 years ago.
Yeah, we have a definitely we got a good roster. We just need to build those last few pieces to actually make a deep run. Like fill in that hole in the defensive end linebacker spot. Pass rush. We can get a guy on the opposite of Gary. We'll be all right. And a receiver.
Yeah, that kid that took his own life yesterday, wasn't he projected to be a first round pick?
Yeah, from what I read, yeah.
Which one?
The
The kid, the
LSU
kid
kid?
from LSU.
Something Lacey? Kyron Lacey or something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's unfortunate.
yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, like, I mean, you're about to get drafted to the NFL, something you've been working your whole life for. Like, I don't know.
Kyle,
I just don't understand what is so bad
What?
in your life that you felt like that was the only answer. I
yeah,
mean, I know he was having legal issues, but
I gotta try to address these when they ask us questions. Kyle, do you think Jordan Love will improve even more this year?
Yes. Yep. I think Love had a decent year for being hurt almost more than half. I mean, and we just got a couple pieces on our line to build up our line a little bit better for him to get so we got guys that can block for him a little bit better.
so Kyle, what happens if Love doesn't improve this year? Are you guys gonna be looking for a new quarterback?
I don't
next
think
year?
so. I don't think so. They're gonna probably play out his contract, and then we'll go from there.
How long is his
I don't.
contract?
4 years. He just signed it last spring. 4 year extension.
20. So that will last until 2028 then.
Yeah. I don't remember if they left the extra year on or not. I can't remember. But I think he's fine. He needs to be healthy, and we need to have the pieces around him to make him succeed. Because the receiving core we have right now ain't gonna do it for him.
So what do
We
you think's gonna happen with Watson? Are you guys gonna
Watson will be back.
Oh, here we go. East Coast Gridiron. Kyron had a pretty damning evidence of him killing that 78-year-old veteran in a motor vehicle accident. He fled the scene. His hearing was today. Kyron was projected in the fourth or fifth round. Fruity Fred, what's up, buddy?
Hey Fred?
Good,
I
good
haven't seen
afternoon. How
Fred
you
in a
doing,
while.
JB? It's been a while, bud. Life's been crazy for me. FTP, FTB, and FTB. In other words, fuck the Packers, fuck the Vikings, and fuck the Bears. I am doing good. Working on getting all this stuff into StreamYard, getting back into it. I had my 70 day state county to county vacation there.
No more
He was testing
vacations.
out the amenities of what each county had.
The amenities at Shiawassee I think it was spiders and ants, and the amenities at Bay County was pretty good.
Yeah,
No doubt, Mitch. Jordan Love is a watered down Dak.
yeah, okay.
2 years in a row, one playoff win. Sounds like Dak's first 2 years. Lots of yards, lots of touchdowns.
Dak's always hurt.
Not his first 2 years. He didn't get hurt till year four. That was the turlet wine. We didn't do it. No, thank you.
I don't know. I think I would rather take Love than Prescott though.
Yeah,
Because Love he still has a ceiling that's untapped. With Prescott, I think he is who he is.
yeah. You're not getting much more out of him.
I think they're going to be a surprise team to be in the basement.
Dallas.
Yep.
Oh, me too. Their division is tough.
Yeah, and depending on, I mean, like the Giants have decent pieces. They just need to put it together.
Yeah, their quarterback is Russell. I mean, if Russ actually has a decent year, he can outplay Dak.
Yeah, and I mean, Russ is good at throwing goal balls, and they have a receiver now to
Malik
catch it.
Neighbors
Yeah, I think the Giants will finish third.
and the Giants may go up and get a receiver in the first or second round.
Well, I mean, they have the chance maybe to take Travis Hunter. If I were him, I'm playing wide receiver.
Yeah.
After seeing how much wide receivers are getting paid, I'd be like, "That's it."
Oh yeah.
But I don't know. He doesn't really impress me that much as a wide receiver, too. Though I think he should play corner. It's just I don't think the money's there for him to play corner.
Yeah, they'll have whoever drafts him. We'll see which one he plays better at.
And I mean, I'm sorry, but if I'm a team, I am not allowing him to play both ways.
No way.
That's like asking for your investment to like get hurt.
Yeah.
Yay, Yoli's here. Patty Grimes is here. He goes, unless there's evidence that comes out about Isaiah, he may not be drafted. I have some friends around the league. Good to hear it, East Coast. Yoli! Gotta give her music.
Howdy, Yoli.
Yes, so far it looks like they are sticking with McCarthy at one.
I don't see any reason that's gonna change
No.
unless he gets injured.
I kind of think they should stick with
You got to see what you got out of them.
The question is, why? I don't know. Like, what, do you think Rodgers is gonna sign with the Steelers, or is he just gonna go away quietly and just?
I heard that Rodgers cannot wear his special helmet that he always wore throughout his career. That might put a damper on his decision right here.
He has a special helmet.
Yeah, they're not allowing it. The NFL just announced that they are cutting 7 different styles out for concussions, and those style that he wears, they are not allowed to wear anymore.
Mm.
Yoli. Yes, how you doing, Sarah?
Why?
Yeah, it
What's
might get
special about
interesting
it?
now. It's just an old like when it's like the style Favre wore, and NFL cut that out, and he's been wearing that his whole career. They're trying to make him wear those big, heavy fucking speed flexes.
Yeah, that just looks ridiculous.
Yeah,
But hey, I mean, if I'm getting paid millions of dollars, I will wear whatever you want me to wear.
right. Yeah, I was just reading that yesterday. That could have an impact on his decision too. Because does he want to start wearing something else, or just fucking call it quits?
I think he's just gonna call it quits
I
and
think he should.
I think he
yeah.
should too. Sarah, your team just drafted Daniel Jones, and he was a bust. He goes, yeah, it's like the old style, the old punter 1 bar helmet. Nice.
Yep.
Yeah, we're getting through the day. I hate when the news is so slow. It's like drawing molasses through a straw in the middle of January.
Yep.
But that's what we're stuck with here just before the draft. Everybody's like, okay, we got to draft people, and then we'll see what we need. Well,
So, do you guys seriously think Derek Carr is gonna be out for the season?
It sounds like it.
could be.
If they're recommending him have that surgery, he'll probably do it.
It's a minimum of an 8 month recovery time, right?
That's probably why they couldn't trade him.
He was trying to do it holistically. He tried to pull the Aaron Rodgers route. Well, they told me this will protect me from COVID. Yeah, I'm that dick. So, Kyle, do you think Josh Jacobs will break 1,000 yards rushing this upcoming season?
Yes.
Didn't
I
he
don't.
break 1,000 last year?
Nope.
No, he was just under.
Really?
No.
He hit 982, I think it was,
Yeah,
right?
he was just under.
Wow, I just assumed he would.
That's his
Weird.
since that big injury. That's his 3rd year in a row without breaking 1,000.
Weird, because I mean, even Aaron Jones broke 1,000. I was shocked.
David Montgomery broke 1,000.
Yep. But I think Jacobs is going to be a little package in our offense now.
Is he a receiving back?
He can be. Whenever the football's in his hands, anything can happen.
What happened to Carr? I haven't watched or seen anything since the end of last season. I had to take a much needed break.
Thanks to you, Packer punks, the Bears can't stop yapping about how they are 1-0 in the division against all of us.
Oh my God! In the last game of the season, throw
Well,
some JB,
uh,
throw some confetti for him.
but guess what? We're 1-0 in the division too because of you guys, Sarah.
No, they don't count you guys. They only count them.
I know, but I'm just saying because of, if they want to get that petty, I was like, well, technically we're 1-0 also.
Throw some confetti for the Bear fans.
Did they play in the playoffs?
No,
All right, then we all did better.
yeah, no, they got 7 wins or 5 wins, whatever.
5 wins. Kyle, I was telling JB and Ken that Monty could break 2K rushing yards this season. If Barkley can do it, so can Monty. They won't. They don't run them that way. That's why I said more than likely
Yeah,
that's not happening.
that's not gonna happen. Barkley, I can see.
I mean, I could see it if we didn't have Gibbs,
Yeah, but Gibbs is
but since we got Gibbs and Gibbs actually had more snaps at running back, than
Gibbs is a
Monty had.
stud.
He's a, I was defending that pick when the Lions fans were like jumping off the train.
Gibbs is a stud.
Who would you comp to him in this year's draft?
I think the closest to Gibbs is Omarion Hampton, the kid out of North Carolina. He runs good routes. He receives well out of the backfield, and he's shifty. He's not real tall, and he's not real small. He's just right at
Who are they comparing Genty to?
Marshawn Lynch type
Oh
of player.
wow.
Because I've been seeing Hampton in the mock drafts in the second round.
And he shouldn't be. But guess what? In that year that we drafted him, you can ask Kyle. Gibbs was considered a second rounder,
Yep,
and his rookie year he outperformed all those running backs.
he did.
I think he had 600 more yards from scrimmage than Behan.
Yeah, but Bijan last year went off.
Was it
I like that kid, man.
with Carr? Was it the ACL, the MCL, or the Achilles?
Who?
Carr,
I
quarterback.
that I'm not sure on. I thought it was something in his arm.
Yeah, it's his shoulder.
Yeah,
Oh,
He was-
okay.
he was
Rotator
playing.
cuff.
What?
Rotator cuff or labrum.
yeah, it's something with his throwing shoulder or something.
Yeah, I
Or his
heard
arm.
it was. He got it from playing pickleball.
Oh, here we go. Kyle, how do you feel about Ashton Genty? Because guys are complaining that he can't cut when he runs and that he is in the Mountain West Division.
I think
I,
Genty is going to be decent, man. I think that if the Cowboys were somewhat smart, I think they would try to move up and grab him.
I
But we all
absolutely
know
agree.
that Jerry Jones is a moron.
I think the Bears are going to move up to take him before it gets to the Cowboys.
Yeah, I could see that.
I've seen mocks where the Bear moved up to 4 to take him.
I want the Bears to take him so they don't help Caleb Williams in that offensive line some more.
They have like the 5th most expensive offensive line now.
Yeah.
So if Caleb doesn't do well, there's gonna be a lot of questions.
Oh, we
Well,
gotta
you
blitz the shit out of them.
we can't. The one thing we can't bitch about anymore is they finally had a rookie quarterback throw for over 3,000 yards. shit anymore.
Wow. The bar's that low.
The bar was that low.
You
Yeah.
gotta start. Hey, you gotta start clapping now.
Everybody say, you remember, I said, hold on, with the weapons that are there, he could get that, but their win total still won't be 8.
Yep.
Yeah, I think that was when you first started watching me in the preseason, Kyle.
Yep.
Didn't I say that like right off the rip that they were gonna win between like 5 and 8 wins?
Yeah.
I agree with you, Fred. Expensive doesn't mean good.
For sure.
Bill T. Well, what the Cowboy organization had told their fans was that Stephen Jones has took over, and he told Jerry Jones to back off and let him deal with all the stuff.
Isn't
Well,
he even cheaper than Jerry?
Jerry hasn't been cheap lately. He's been spending like crazy.
Dude, they signed all these first round busts during free agency.
It's official. The Cleveland Browns are now the Cleveland Lions. They added another former Lion. They signed Lions defensive end Julian Aquara. Ooh,
Huh.
no, that's good.
Right.
They're one of the more confusing teams to me because them signing Flacco seems like they're drafting a quarterback. But if that's the case, why did they trade for Pickett?
Because Kenny Pickett sucks.
Yeah, but why waste a pick on trading for him if you're going to draft a quarterback?
They're not drafting a quarterback. They already said that.
Then why did they sign Joe Flacco for?
Because he's better than Deshaun Watson.
I don't
Hell,
know.
Kenny
They are
Pickett.
a confusing team.
Kenny Pickett's better than Deshaun Watson.
I think they're taking a quarterback because they need that rookie contract to offset Deshaun's horrible contract.
Yeah. Nobody even wants nothing to do with him.
Bears may indeed have had a 4K passer now. No, he didn't hit 4. He didn't hit 4,000. He hit 3,585. But anyway, it's still, you know who holds the record for the most passing yards in
Some
Chicago Bears history?
some guy in like the 1930s,
Nope.
40s,
No,
50s.
not even close. It's Eric Kramer, the former Lions quarterback.
Oh wow.
They couldn't even develop a quarterback to throw for more yards than the Lions quarterback on their roster.
Well, hopefully. Well, I mean, I don't really hope. I hope Caleb flops.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
All right. So you're telling me I had a chance at being a quarterback for the Browns? I'm better than, than Watson.
Like, I don't hope that he flops for his career, but I just hope he flops in Chicago. I mean, because I don't. I mean, I hope all these guys do well in their careers, but that's a division rival. Why would I hope for them to do well? You know?
Yeah. I hope Fields balls out in New York.
Yeah, but I don't think he will.
Okay, so
They got a good offense.
do you agree with me? Because I'm gonna read what he says and then I'll give you my answer and then you give yours. Okay. So Kyle, how do you feel about Joey Bosa playing with his brother Nick? I told JB if you put Nick on the left and Joey on the right, the other quarterback needs to watch out before they get hurt. And I literally said if they can both be on the field at the same
That's
time
the key.
all season, that would work.
Joey Boza hasn't been healthy in what, 5 years, 4 years? That's my thing with him is like people wanted him in Green Bay. I'm like, yeah, but if you look at his recent history, his injury history, it's it's not good.
It's almost as bad as Davenport's.
But he's been in the league what, 12 years now as well.
Yeah. No, not
So,
quite. You talking about the Bosa's?
yeah, Joey.
Okay.
Joey.
Joey came into the league the year before Nick. They were
No,
1
he
year
didn't
apart.
because Joey's part of the
Yeah,
San Diego
they got
Chargers.
2 or 3 years apart.
Was it 2 or it isn't
Yeah,
much though. It isn't as much as
I
you
think
think.
they got 3. It's a 3-year difference.
I could have sworn like
Joey was drafted by the San Diego Chargers. So whenever
Yeah,
right.
they moved,
He didn't move till last year. He did 5 years.
when did the Chargers become the LA Chargers?
let me see.
It wasn't that long ago. It was about 5, 6 years ago. And that was
Yeah, and he
that,
was drafted before then because he was the
right.
last Chargers
What I'm saying is
member.
he did his first entire contract with the Chargers, which means it's less than 6 years.
So, JB, how old do you think he is?
I think he's right on the cusp of 30.
Yeah, he's 29.
Yeah, but you know how some guys come into the league older and some are younger? Like Anthony Richardson has been in the league for what, 3 years, and he's like 22. How many years has he played in the NFL? I'm more curious about.
I think he's played 7 years, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna see here.
Maybe 8 tops.
Actually, JB's been in the league 9.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, he did come out early. He came out early. If he'd have stayed his entire time, he'd have been closer to where his brother graduated. You know what I'm saying? They
This will
weren't that.
be this will be his 10th year.
Yeah, 3 years apart. Okay, I knew that it was during the same time frame. You know what I'm saying? When they were drafted, it wasn't that far apart.
No, wasn't Bosa drafted in 2018? 19? 2019?
Nope. 2016 for Joey and Nick in 2019.
Does anybody have any faith that San Fran's going to be a playoff team this year?
Nope.
No, which is great.
He might finally beat them.
We beat them last year.
I mean, in the playoffs, you won't have to
Yeah,
face them.
yeah,
That's been your Achilles heel.
yeah. But I don't know, man. If Ayuk leaves, they're really screwed.
I don't know. I don't see a team wanting to trade for that contract. They're going to have to give up picks, I think.
Right.
You guys should trade for him.
Who? Who trade for who?
Packers?
Packers.
Yeah, I'm not giving up that much capital for him.
I think he would cost like a fourth or a fifth.
And his contract.
Yeah, there's that.
And he's just coming off a major surgery.
I don't think he's gonna be ready in August for training camp.
No.
I'm worried about Jordan Addison. He always gets in trouble in the off season. I'm like, dear Lord, can somebody just lock him up in O'Connell's basement, give him water and food every day until spring training starts? Would that violate labor laws?
Yeah, but what are you gonna do when he needs money? When he needs to get paid? When does he do next year?
No, he still got. This is his. This will be. We will be going to his third year in the fall
2019. Who was at the top of the draft? I know Joey was one of. Nick was the
because he
top.
was drafted in 23.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure they're not gonna extend him. Not because they don't want to, just because it would be stupid, in my opinion, to pay two wide receivers over 30 million.
Well, look, Bengals are doing it.
Yeah, and I think it's stupid.
Yeah. Then they got shit on the rest of the roster.
Right. Trey Hendrickson's like, I want a deal done. They're like, we have no money. Fuck you.
Yeah, we have nothing to we got nothing to give you.
Peanuts. Want some peanuts?
Aha, fresh nuts.
I don't know what they're gonna do with him. Like, is he gonna hold out? Are they gonna trade him draft night?
They gotta trade him.
Oh, it's good to be back talking football.
It is.
And then it's like, what team's gonna trade for him? It
What
has
do
to
you
be.
guys? Has anybody watched any of the UFL this year?
No.
Yep. I watched Kellen Mond try to bring the Brahmas back yesterday. He pulled a Kirk Cousins. He needed like 5 yards to get into field goal
He got that
territory.
close. That
He
close.
he threw short for 2 yards. Kicker missed. Game over. They lost. Surprise, surprise. No wonder. No wonder Mike Zimmer said, "I see him every day in practice. He don't need to play." It's so weird because like how they communicate to each other is on a walkie-talkie, but yet they wear headsets.
Come here.
I watched
Yeah.
it yesterday. That was the first UFL game I watched. Did you guys watch the Masters?
No.
No.
I watched the Warriors and Clippers. I'm not a fan of either, but it was so intense. I was like, oh, I would hate to be a fan of either team. Nick, are you located in Green Bay?
What's that?
Are you located in Green Bay?
Yeah, I'm right down the street from Lambeau.
Ah, so like you'll be like right where all the action is. Aren't they gonna block all those streets though?
They already are.
Is the
So you're
NFL
gonna
going back? Oh, look, he doesn't know.
what?
No, they changed the new kickoff. Now the touchback is at the 35. So they're going to force them to actually return more kicks.
Yeah, right.
No, that's exactly what it's for. If you're the average with the returns was 33.2, right? So if you take that and they're going to make it go past where the average for the returns were last year, there's going to be more people landing in the landing zone.
I think teams are still gonna kick it out of the end zone.
I don't think they will. I wouldn't.
Well, I'm gonna log off and go jump on Rob's show. Y'all have a good afternoon. See
Yeah,
you
I'll be right.
tomorrow.
I'll be there in a
Kyle,
bit.
okay. Kyle, here we go. Kyle, the team you need to watch out for this upcoming season is the Broncos because Sean Payton is great at coaching Bo Nix. He's the franchise QB, and those two work well with each other.
I agree. I like Bo Nix.
I said he'd be one of the better ones. Well, I was right. I said Jaden Daniels and Bo Nix would be the best two quarterbacks out of that class.
And they are. Are you jumping on the next show, JB?
No, I'm done.
No.
Well, you have a good one, buddy.
All right, my man.
It was good to see you.
Yep.
In a minute.
I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah, I've been home for 8 days, so you saw me 78 days ago.
Yay.
What happened? All right, getting ready to do the outro, and it's going to kick you out.
All right.
I will be here tomorrow.
All right, buddy.
Have a great
This is a Huddle Sports Network broadcast. You can find us on Roku TV, Amazon Fire TV, Facebook, and of course YouTube. Get all your NFL news here first.